Howdy y'all, Josh McGee with the Y'all Company. Welcome back to Simple Suppers. We're gonna do a chorizo, beef, and pimento cheese taco. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. So one of the most important things before you even start cooking is all the prep work. We're gonna dice up our tomato, dice up our jalapeno, and then we'll actually just cut our avocado into wedges. But let me show you how to dice up a tomato. First, again, these are really nice beefsteak tomatoes from Jim Farms out of Pinnacle, North Carolina. So the easiest way to dice a tomato, see at the very bottom, just slice that bottom part off. And we're going to slice the top of it off. Then what we're going to do is make little small slits. Do not cut all the way through the bottom. We want to do a nice clean dice. We'll remove that middle part here in a second. So again, you don't want to cut all the way through the bottom. Then we will come to this side. Make little squares. Same thing. Don't go all the way through the tomato. And then you can just set it right up on its side, even if it falls off, and just slice down like this. Quick, easy, simple dicing. And then once you get to the point to where it's a little bit flat, just do the exact same thing. You actually can cut all the way through the tomato this time. And again, important thing, make sure those knuckles are back. And then even the part that we messed up on, just dice it up. It's your cooking. It doesn't matter what it looks like. So after we slice tomato, just remove the little middle core and we'll discard it. Then what we're gonna do is actually gonna take two bowls. We're gonna put half our tomato in one. That's going to be for our tomato jalapeno mixture that we're going to do for our taco meat base. And then we're just going to put the other tomatoes in the other part of the bowl just for garnish. So the next thing what we're going to do is actually dice the jalapeno. Now with jalapenos, this is a PSA announcement. We're going to actually remove the seeds in the membrane. The reason why is that one, the chorizo sausage that we have is already kind of spicy. So what I'm talking about is all this stuff. All the seeds and also the white membrane. So we're going to just cut it down the side, and with our knife we're going to just kind of cut that and take that out. We're going to get enough kind of flavor from the actual jalapeno pepper itself, but like I said, the spice is mostly in the seeds and also in the white membrane. So if you want to keep that in there, feel free to do that. If you like your stuff really spicy, I just like mine for more flavor than anything like that. So after we remove both sides, we're gonna put our jalapeno pepper like this. Again, we're gonna cut down like a rock in a boat. You can let the knife do the work, and then come back, unload it on top right there, and then we're just gonna dice it right there. See, very nice dice. We're gonna put this with our tomato mixture that we're gonna put with the beef mixture. And then the second one we will do for garnish. Wash your hands after you use jalapenos. Anything with hot peppers, we want to make sure that one, you always have clean hands, especially now during COVID-19. But two, if you touch your face or your eyes, it's gonna burn. Burn. So wash your hands after you do hot peppers. And then last, we're going to chop up our avocado. We're actually just going to cut it into wedges, kind of like the julienne style we did in our last episode. But actually the real name of the avocados is called the gator pear. As you can see, kind of the skin, that's what it looks like, is the back of the gator. But you know what? Gator pears don't sound too appealing. So that's why they're named avocados. So what you're going to do is actually take from the top of it, just score it with your knife until you kind of feel that pit in between. And then we're just going to roll it around back here on the side. Okay, and that's going to help you take it apart. And then with the back, with your knife, sorry, I just peeled a little bit. See where the pit is? Hit that. And it should just a little bit of your fingers too. Pop right out, okay? And then what we're gonna do is going to go around the edge, make sure you're not really poking inside of there. If you wanna use a spoon, this also helps out as well. Again, I've been doing these for a while. So take out the flesh of your avocado. And then we will just chop them up into small wedges. Get that little guy out. Oh, there's a little jalapeno that jumped in from our last segment. Yay, yay, yay. Trying to make this caliente. All right. And then we will chop that part up. You know what? Even experienced people need to use a spoon. So that's what I'm gonna do, is get a spoon and get the rest of this. All right, so at this point, we're gonna start cooking. So we have our ground beef that we have, and we have our chorizo that we're going to be using as well. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Your pan heat should be to high heat. It's gonna help make it cook a little bit quicker. And again, we wanna just cook these until they're done. They'll probably take about 10 minutes. Go ahead and add our chorizo to the pan. And our ground beef. And again, from our last episode, we want to make sure we have our salt and pepper mixture. 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of red pepper flake. And again, we're going to season high. Season high, make sure there's even coating. All right, we're gonna let this roll. So then also what we want to do is just try to chop up the beef and chorizo a little bit. Make sure we get a nice blend and mixture through while it's cooking. So we're going to speed this up, get it ready to roll, all right? Yeah. Woo-hoo. So after our meat has been browning, we're going to add our tomato and jalapeno mixture. Actually, when the tomatoes cook, it's going to release its juices, and that's actually going to help us kind of create a sauce. Brings a lot of good flavor into that, and then just a little bit more spiciness from the jalapeno. Then also at this point, we're going to add a little bit more of our seasoning mixture. Again, season high. And then we're going to let this cook for probably about another 5 more minutes until those juices and those tomatoes are released. Brings a nice, good flavor. Actually adds a little bit of a sauciness to it. You got that? Saucy. So what we're going to do in the second pan is actually warm up our tortillas. So I got it to probably about medium to high heat. You don't really need to add any oil or anything in there. We're just going to just heat those up. They'll probably take about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. Actually, it'll help bring some crispiness and also heat the tortilla. So when we spread the pimento cheese over it and add the beef, it will be all warm and ready to go. So if you don't want to do this step, feel free to throw them in the microwave about 15 to 30 seconds and you'll be good to go. You can also use tongs too. So after we toast our tortilla, we'll move it to a pan. I'm sorry, a plate. And plate, and it all starts with a P. Alright, add a little bit of our pimento cheese. Go ahead and spread that on there. Add a little bit of our beef mixture that we made. Some of the Fair Share spring mix. Some tomatoes. A little bit of avocado. And then we will finish it off with a little bit of our Y'all Company Mississippi comeback sauce. And that's it. Chorizo, beef, pimento cheese tacos. Your family's gonna love it. Hope you all enjoy it. That's it for our second episode of Simple Suppers. Again, this is the beef, chorizo, and pimento cheese taco. It's gonna be a real crowd pleaser. I think your kids are gonna love it too. You actually can order all your ingredients at Bowie's Market. Go to their website at bowiesmarket.com, go into the Simple Suppers section, and you can get all your ingredients listed there. Tell them Sauce Boss sent you. Hope to see you next time.